Hey, we're in Nnewi again. If in case you missed the first video, you know where to find it in the video description. We are in Otolo, Nnewi. Of course, you know Otolo is one of the quarters in Nnewi and it's quite huge, as big as a small town. Yes, this road is called Igworizu Road. It actually starts from way back about 2 or 1 kilometer away, and that's where it starts. It's called Nnewi Road. We actually covered some parts of it in the other video, so make sure to check that out. We want to make this short trip to Amichi. Want to see how this place has changed. Nnewi is a big city. Development here rivals many big cities. Yes, that road on the left is called Ibetu Road. It leads deep inside Otolo. Yes, Nnewi is such a big city that you can pass here today, and in 3 months time, 4 months time, you will see a lot of mansions popping up, you know. So there is heavy development going on in this city. It rivals a lot of cities, like already said. But we all know there's a problem of power shortage around the country. A lot of manufacturers, not only in Nnewi, are suffering from it. Take for instance, huge manufacturers like Kutix. They run on generators 24/7 because their kind of manufacturing, they cannot afford to have a power cut. If there's a power cut during the manufacturing, the whole line is damaged, you know. So for that, they are on generator 24/7. So you can imagine how much it costs them per month. It runs into millions for millions of naira to just to buy diesel to power the generators. Yes, this brings us to another investigation we want to make. There was a time a few years ago, it was announced by Century Power. Of course, Century Power is owned by Obi Jackson group of companies. Obi Jackson, everybody knows him, the man from Okija, Ernest Azundialo Obiejes. Yes, they announced they were building a power plant in Okija. That power plant was said to be about 1,500 megawatts. Of course, they said they will start with the 400 and something megawatts first, then expand as they grow. Everybody around here, especially manufacturers, even in Onitsha, we are hoping that power plant will come on stream. Of course, that's for another video, but we'll be going there and investigating and seeing what is really going on. The other time also, they said they've signed contracts for laying of pipeline that will supply gas to the power station. So we are thinking that it's time to investigate further. Their website didn't give much room for anything. It was last updated a few years ago, so nobody knows actually what's going on with the power plant. So we'll be going to Okija to investigate and find out what exactly is going on. While we're doing that, this trip is just a short trip we are going to make to Amichi. Of course, Amichi is a neighboring town to Nnewi here. So if you are from Otolo or from Nnewi and it's been long you've been here, join this ride right now so that you see how this place has developed. If you are someone abroad that has given money to people to build a house for you, join this ride now to see how that mansion looks. Yes, we have actually arrived at the junction. Very soon Igwe's palace should be by the right. Yes, we take left. So join this ride now so that if people are sending you fake pictures, you see the real thing. Yes, Igwe's palace should be right about here. Yes, that's the gate. Yes, that's the gate. Unfortunately, you guys can't see it. Even if we turn the camera, you can't see it because this is actually the first gate and there's a second one inside before you get into the palace. So Nnewi is such a big town, big city. There are 4, or is it 4 or 3? Okay, let's say 3 major roads that traverse Nnewi. Of course, we covered the first one, the one that comes from Oba. We covered it in the first video. Make sure to check that out. Then there's the one from Ozobolo. Yes, we actually have a video from there coming up. Make sure to subscribe and enable notification so that when that video drops, you'll be notified to watch. Thanks. There's a lot of new developments that area, so we have covered it completely. The video is gonna go live in a few days. Then there is this one. Of course, this one is still the same road that leads starts from Oba, and from here it goes all the way to Amichi, Ekulumili, then other areas. Then the third one is the one that comes from Nnewi. Yes, the Nnewi road. Actually, it starts from Nnewi to Nnewi, Nokwa, the others is up to Agolo. And the road we came from, the Igori's road, actually starts from that road. Yes, up to where we joined this one. And of course, this one is called Nnewi Okigwe Road. Yes, this trip is just a small trip to Amichi to see how this place have developed. So join this ride right now so that you will see how this place have become. Isn't it beautiful, guys? So we are in the Taiwan of Africa. Yes, that's what Nnewi is called. A lot of people do ask, they continue asking, how are Nnewi billionaires making it? How, you know, is there anything special? Do these guys possess other things special that others don't have? How are they making it big? Well, the shortest answer to this is that, of course, majority of them didn't start today. Of course, you know, majority of these guys have been in business for more than 30 years. So, those 30 years ago, for instance, you already know the value of the Naira, exchange rate to the dollar was much more lower. As a matter of fact, in the early 80s, the dollar was actually lower in value compared to the Naira. So many of these guys started a long time, and there's another thing people don't understand. These guys are risk takers. Yes, it's not easy. It's not for nothing that they have more millionaires in dollars per capita than any other city. They say Africa, of course, is a contestable, but it's not out of question. It's not out of it's not hard enough to look at it and see it. These guys are risk takers. Where they invest, these guys are able to invest in places where others will not invest. For instance, if an Nnewi man sees something he believes in, he says, this thing, it will be profitable. He has done his calculations. He will say, I will invest in this thing. Many people will be giving excuses, you know, excuses of what will make this thing break. But majority of Nnewi men will always look at how to solve the problem. You know, whatever is the obstacle, they always look at how to solve the problem, and they can invest their last card, what we call last card. They invest their last money, even borrow on top. Now when they are reaping it, yes, this right goes to Oto, while this left goes to Oketiti. We actually want to explore that Oto and Obo area to find out how that place has developed. Yes. So when an Nnewi man is now reaping from where he grabbed the bull by the horns, you know, many people will, by the side will say, I don't know what these people are doing. You know, are you sure now? You know, so this is the common trait. It's not only in them, but it's just that they are much more in number than others. So these guys are risk takers, and risk takers, just like in Wall Street, risk takers are the people that make it. You know, of course, when it fails, nobody wants to be associated with failure. So that is one major trait that Nnewi billionaires have. The second trait is that they are industrious, always looking at how to make things cheaper. Let me put it in context. For instance, let's use Innocent as an example. How he grew from importing spare parts, motorcycle spare parts. he grew from there and started from there, went into assembly, because he was always looking at how to make these things cheaper, how to continue making it cheaper, and the more he's able to get them cheaper, the more he's able to make more profit and become much more competitive. Actually, what he's doing right now, he has gone to the level of manufacturing vehicles, and not a lot of people, even people who have the money, can venture into that, because they will say, what of power supply, what of this, what of that, what of this. But the guy has taken the bull by the horns and is making it. His brand now is known all over Africa. Of course, there's a problem of low purchasing power. You know, a lot of people don't earn enough. The middle class is not as large as it used to be. So a lot of people don't make enough to be able to buy new cars. So yes, I know they have ways people can pay by mortgage, you know, make a deposit and spread over some years. But a lot of people are still not taking advantage of that. Maybe it's a marketing issue, but I think with his ingenuity, they should be on top of things. So these are some of the traits that you see in an average Nnewi millionaire, you know. Another trait you seem to find in these Nnewi people is that they tend to help each other more. For instance, they pass through, not only Nnewi people, Igbo people in general, they pass through a kind of tutelage in the sense that of apprenticeship, where maybe in the family, the sons of the father pass through apprenticeship to learn the trade and continue so they tend to help each other more. This left, taking this road leads you to Ibuku, Ichida and the rest. So this is where we call it a day. Thanks for watching.